one of the best company, gaming app producing company in Japan going forward now. So what I'm telling you this is that this is the my side project. Okay. So that's the, as I'm being the scientist, what I'm doing in. Okay. This is one side as being the scientist. Now, because what happened is a lot of time when they see the monks, they think, wow, that is a religious. Maybe they follow something like a religious or faith. But when you see me, I'm not only the just a monk, yeah, I'm also the one scientist. Okay. In the science and lots of things we do in the science and trying to build up the gaming app and dealing with all the vast company of the game app company in Japan. We are dealing with all those things. But one interesting thing is that you should know the one thing as being as I'm the monk, what all these services I'm doing the free. This project itself, if the the European Commission, if they allow us, this project itself is how much it costs. It's to the 8 to the 10 million euro project. Although we scientists have involved that. If the European Commission approved that, we are getting that. But that time, I told in the group the scientists that my contribution was totally free. You just have to pay only the my flight fee to introduce my technique to the European Commission that I have to fly from the India to Nepal or to the Brussels, the European Union Commission office in the Brussels. So I have to fly. That only you pay for the flight ticket. All my contribution is free. And then even when I told you about that, when I'm doing that research, no, to the meditation research, how to change the body immune system. If this research go, now we are going to the mass. If this research go the very successful, whole my meditation technique, I want to give it a free. That I'm being the part of the Buddhist monk. That's my responsibility. Right now, you have heard about a mindfulness meditation, no? It is not a free. You have to pay for it. Buddha teach it freely. So that's why I always feel that the Buddhist meditation, Buddhist practice should be the free. So as being a Buddhist monk, that is my what I do is that okay. So I want to try to provide that all to the free, because in this world, lots of people are suffering from the different the mental disorder. Like as I told you, they're having one of the biggest issues right now in the globe is addiction is number one. Number two is that could not focus, could not concentrate. So that is also one kind of the mental disorder. So that's why what I'm doing is that I'm trying to find some solution for the people that can overcome with it. There are a lot of different disorder. So this is okay. This is what I'm doing. Now come to the point that now the why that today I'm talking about the mind training is that one thing you should know, or the one thing normally people always I've been to a lot of the seminars and a lot of the things talks with the great the peoples and seminar, they always come with the PowerPoints and yeah, lots of things. But whenever I go in the talk, I don't have any PowerPoints. Okay. I will just come straight and I'll just talk. That's my way. Okay, that's my style. Okay. So that's why today you will not see anything on the screen. Okay, there's no PowerPoint. Okay. You just have to focus what I talk. Okay. Okay. So now before starting with the mind training, one thing we should know one thing. First thing is that why we need the mind training. That is the one point. Why we need the mind training. Why we need the mind training is that the one thing that the important thing is that in our normal day-to-day life, whatever you do, day-to-day life, whatever you do, what is the most important thing? What is the most important? I know that everyone wants to achieve the success in their life. For the success, whatever field, if you want to achieve the success, what is the most important? Most important thing is that you have to improve. You should make your right decision, and that you have to improve your quality of the decision. You have to improve the power of the making the right decision. So right decision is a very important. So you have to learn how to improve your quality of your decision. So now here comes the one question. When when you have to make the right decision, what is the most important to make the right decision? Are you getting my point? So that's why last year I was giving a talk, especially for the one special course. I created a course, and that was around the 6 week courses. I mean, 6 weeks means that totally it will be around the 6 hours. 6 hours, okay, 6 hours course, and I teach the how to improve the quality of the decision. All the students know only to become to learn in that course. You need what you need to join that my course. What the criteria that criteria you should be the CEO. At least you own the company, whichever, at least the 30 to 50 people. That is criteria. So I have the call the CEO club. I teach that how to improve the quality of the decision. But that is totally free. Okay. Even the CEO joins, I give it free. So here comes the one question. When you make the right decision, can you make the right decision if you have the more knowledge? If you make you can you make the right decision if you have a more experience? Not really. Even you are the very learned, even you study the very well, sometimes you cannot make the right decision. It is not because of your knowledge, it's not because of your experience. To make the right decision, what you need. Even if you look at your decision you look at yourself and see how do you make the decision? How you make the decision? Let me ask you the one question. Let me ask you one question. Question is a very very popular. This question is a very popular. You are driving a car. Okay, you are driving a car. The brake was got failed. Okay, the brake is failed. Now you're just car is running 100 km per hour. Okay, very fast. You cannot stop the car. But you can only turn the steering of the car. Nowadays, you are reaching the dead end. Whether you can make the right turn or not. Okay. If you make the right turn, on that side, your family is on the right turn. Yes, your son, children, father, mother, or the whole your family is on the right side. Okay. When you make the left turn, they will unknown people, strangers. Okay. Now you're in the car. Now will you turn right or left? I know that your answer. You don't have to tell me. You have only two choices, right or left. Right is your family, and the left is there's strangers on the road. Okay. Am I right? I'm sure you will turn left. Am I right? Hmm? Point is that. Okay. My point is that one time I was in, I don't remember the way in the call of some university in the America. I don't remember whether they asked me this question. So that time I told that what will I do? I will turn the right or left. I told them right now I don't make any decision. When I'm in that car in the real situation, that time I'll make. My point is that when I ask this question and that you make because it only triggered your emotion. When I told you the family is on the right side, it triggered your emotion, and now you will think that you will turn the left. Because that says most of your decision you make based on your emotion. Emotion is the one of the main. The emotion, one of the main reason, or the emotion, your emotion is one of the main causes. Based on that, you make a lot of the decision. When you make the decision based on the emotion, 90% of your decision will go wrong. But you make the most of decision based on your emotion. So that's why when you make the wrong decision, everything will go wrong in your life. That is the one thing. Okay, how you make the decision. Number two, how you make the decision. Mainly because number two is the first is the emotion, second is instinct. Even you study very well, even you know very well, finally you make the decision like how where you invest. When you see the 6 or 7 different companies in the share market, I think that you will do proper research and analysis all these companies. Then At the last moment, you have to decide which company you will invest, which company share you will buy. How you make the decision, your instinct. Based on your instinct, you will buy that share. Second is the instinct. One wrong instinct can make a lot of you will make a lot of the wrong unaccurate decision. So now here comes the one question: how you will know that's your the right instinct or the wrong instinct? Is there any way to understand that? What is right or wrong instinct? Are you getting my point? First, you make how you make the first is you make decision based on the emotion. Second is the instinct. Now the third, how you make the decision. Third is a very social influence. That is very strong influence by the social influence. Whatever the people tells you, whatever the neighbors tells you, whatever your family member tells you, you will simply just follow it. We call that blind faith. You just take a trust, blind trust. With the blind trust, you make the wrong decision. These decisions can go very wrong. So now you come back to the point of mind training. When you can train your mind, you can make a lot of the right decision. Number one, when you train your mind, you can make the decision not based on the emotion. You can make the decision based on the logics. When you can train your mind, you can get the right instinct. Now, how you can get the right instinct? Let me tell you the whole story. Have you heard the Rockefeller family? No, Rockefeller. Okay. So, okay. So now, okay. So now, can you remind me that I'm talking? Rockefeller. Rockefeller. Yeah. Actually, I asked you because I want to see that whether you're focusing. Make sure that you're focusing on what to talk. Because you know the lots of the traditional master, when they give the teaching, they will not care. People also focusing on not. They will just go and talk hours and hours. Lot of traditional master, no, they don't care. So yeah, anyway, so thing is that okay, so that's why the now you know that in the Rockefeller the life story, there's a very interesting one incident of his life. He went to buy the one oil company, which the company is totally bankrupt. And the bankrupt and he went to buy that company. And company that sold the company and the company tried to company tried very hard to dig the oil. That they dig and dig and dig and then finally they thought that now they cannot get the oil from there at all. They just stopped the digging and now they got to sell that and they sell the company to the Rockefeller. Rockefeller bought that company, then he started to dig. He just had to dig the only 1 meter. Now here comes the one question. Why the company stopped there? Why didn't company try for the just for the 1 more meter? Are you getting what? That's called the instinct. Company thought, okay, now I have to stop. Now I cannot. Now I cannot. Now I cannot do it anymore. Rockefeller thought, okay, let me try once. All the instinct, that right instinct. So here comes the one question that can we develop the right instinct? Is that possible? Right instinct. When you get the right instinct, a lot of the you can make the right decision. If you look at a life, whatever your success, I think that you have heard about how can you achieve the success hard work. That is the totally false. Okay? Hard work is another key to the achieve the success. Okay. If you work more hard, who gets benefit? Only the maybe your boss will get benefit. If the hard work can make some money, donkey would be the richest animal. Hard work is nothing to do with your success. to achieve the success, you need the only thing is you need to make the every time you need to make the right decision. The right decision, again, make the right decision. Few things are very, very important. Right decision, you need the very right instinct. And the making the decision based on not on the emotion, make the decision based on the logic and the based on the your wisdom. So that's why the is the mind training. It teaches that how you can make the right decision based on the logics and how you can develop the more wisdom. Mind training helps you to develop that helps you to get the more the right instinct. Let me tell you about very interesting research what we did in the monks. Okay. We pick up the two groups of the monks who have meditated more than 3 years and the monks who have not meditated at all. We pick up the two groups. And the groups of the monks who meditate more than 3 years. And the what we did are very simple. Every of the monks, we show that four pictures in the computer. In the four pictures in the computer, and what they have to do is that they have to choose the one picture among the four pictures. They have to choose one picture. When they choose that one picture, then we press the computer enter button, and then the computer will choose one photo among these four pictures. So monks have to predict that which picture will choose by. It's totally like a game. And will show the four picture. Monks have to close the eye, then he use the instinct. Tell that okay, this picture will choose by the computer. Then the victor press the enter button. Then computer will choose that. Each of the monk have to do the 8 times. It's like a game. But what the very interesting thing, what I found, the group of the monks who meditate more than 3 years, their prediction is the far much better than the group of the monks who have not meditated at all. 70%. 70% of that. What does that mean? That means that when you meditate, train the mind, well, the instinct will do more. So there is one very interesting book about how the instinct, the human instinct. Human instinct, and there is something like a human instinct that how do some people get the very right instinct. So that's why the one of your wrong instinct leads you to make the wrong decision. That wrong decision maybe destroy your whole life. Okay, so that's the thing. So mind training, it teaches us how do you can improve your instinct, how you can get to develop the more the right instinct, how you can make the decision based on your wisdom, not on the emotion. So that's why the mind training is very important. Now here comes the question that how you have to start to do the mind training. Okay. Very simple way. Mind training, the how you have to start with the mind training. The first thing is that let me ask you the one question. Let me ask you the one question. Very simple. That today you do this, okay? What you have to do is that today once you get back, for the 10 minutes, okay, 10 minutes, what you have to do, you turn off your cell phone. You turn off your cell phone and just be in the corner of your room. Sit there, just close your eyes. Be alone. Turn off the cell phone. Just close your eye and whatever thoughts comes in your mind, let it come. Let it come. After 10 minutes later, write it down. Whatever the thoughts comes in your mind, just write it down. Then it will show you it will show you that how's your the mental health state. How's your the mind mental the health state. Look at that and the 10 minutes of what kind of thoughts comes in your mind. Positive, negative, or what kind of thoughts comes into your mind. You have to look at it. That's why there's a very nice saying. Every people have three faces. Have you heard that? One face you show to the public and the people. One face you will show to the very close people. You have the one face only be show to yourself. Even though you will not show to your partners, the close one. So that's why you're having the three faces. That means that you're having the three identity. So when you are having the three identity, when you are having the three faces, when you are having the three different sounds, it is so complicated. So that's why the people ask me. One time, people asked me how many faces Buddha had. So I told him the Buddha have 100 faces. Then people ask me, how many faces you have, Rinpoche? So then I let me count. So do you know that my organization, I've set up the organization called the Dipka. So then I counted that I have a Dipka in the 6 or 7 different countries. That means I have 6 or 7 faces. So my point is that when you, so that's why when you look at yourself, so that's why you have the 3 different identity, 3 different self, 3 different faces. So that's why your thinking will become so complicated. So because when you think it becomes so complicated, that's why I asked you to the 10 minutes, just write it down, whatever thought comes into that 10 minutes. Look in that, then you will know that the house, what kind of the thoughts comes into your mind, what kind of the thoughts are coming. So see that, then you will know that you are the mental, the health state. Number one, this is first thing, okay, what you have to do. Today you do it, tomorrow you do it, day after tomorrow you're gonna have a session. No, this is the first thing you have to check. Okay, number one, that you, it's like a homework, okay? Because let me ask you the one question. Do you know that your blood pressure level? Do you know your blood pressure level? No? Yes or no? No? It's very easy. Do you know that your sugar level? No? Do you know that your blood sugar level? Yes or no? Yes. No? Very easy, no? Just go and do the medical, just take some blood test, no? Now here comes it. Do you know that your anxiety level? How you will know that your anxiety level? You get my point? Whether your anxiety level, your stress level, because you might be already cross the normal level, you know, because whether you cross the normal level of the sugar or not, that's very easy. You can do the some test and immediately you will know. Whether you cross the normal, the blood pressure level or not, you can do the blood pressure, measure your blood pressure level. How do you measure your anxiety level? How do you measure your stress level? Are you getting my point? So that's why the second thing is that today I will teach you that how you can measure your anxiety level. Okay. Then you do that and see that okay, you're really the anxiety level is really the beyond the normal or not. Are you getting my point? Hmm? So that's why the scientists right now are working, the group of the scientists, they have another project, they are working on that to take the human, the saliva and detect the stress level. They're saying that they are working on that kind of produce such a machine that detect that your stress level through getting the sample of the mouth saliva. How accurate is that? Only the time will tell. Okay, right now, how we can do is that the very simple way that okay, what you have to do is that just get a paper, okay? Fine, the test will take up to 5 minutes, and you just think the 2 sides, okay? First, the one side, what you have to write. You have to write what kinds of what you have to think that what kinds of the things you are lacking of it, okay? What kind of the things you are lacking of it, just write it down, okay? And the one side, you just write what the things you are really the very grateful of it. You got my point. 2 things, okay? One thing you have to write down what you are really lacking, what you're really behind of it. You have to write those things. And the one side, you write down what is you are so grateful of it, okay? You get it? Hmm? You get it? You got my point? So that's why now the only one thing you have to do is that you will get when you write these 2 things, you have a 1 minute, okay? 1 minute. Within the 1 minute, you have to write it as much as you can. What comes into your mind, okay? If you can't, then you just remember, okay? Then you try to then you try to think that, and then you have to write it down. Are you getting my point? So I think you get my point. And the only one thing you have to pay attention that when you are writing down, you have the 1 minute, okay, to write the what things that you are lack of, and the one thing that you are what you are the very grateful of. Okay, things you write that what you are so grateful of. Okay, or the reasons that you write that why you are so fortunate. Okay, just write it. And the one side you have to write down what things you are lack of, and the one things that you don't have it and really want and you don't have it. Okay, you got it. So you have a 1 minute to write that, I mean, the things that what you're really lacking of it and what you don't have it. On the 1 minute, you have to write those things that you have and you're so grateful of. Okay, you got it? Then let me know how long it will take. 1 minute. Okay, you got it? It is a very then I will know that your level of the stress or anxiety level very easily. Okay, how that I will take later. Okay, that's the you have to do that. You get it? Hmm? You get it? No? Okay. Now let me tell you the one thing. Because today you do that, then later when I teach the mind training, then you will know that really it helps or not. Otherwise, that when you get a lot of the talks and a lot of the talks, you will just go and listen. But even you practice, you will be not sure that it really helps or not. One time I met one young man, and he told me that his mother used to go to the temple, and he told me that he asked his mother what kind of benefit you get from the temple. So he told me that his mother can't say anything. So that's why he feel that he don't have to go to the temple because his mother is going to the temple so many times and didn't get any benefit from the temple. So that's why same thing that today's the talks and the teaching. I want to make sure that you really get something benefit from it. Okay? First, to get the benefit, what you have to do first, you have to understand your own labels of the anxiety, your own mental health state. Then only you will know that my teaching helps or not. Are you getting my point? Okay, so that's what you have to do. Now the here comes the now then the now here comes the one important thing is that okay, when you are saying that the mind training, how you train your mind. Training the mind, there are a few ways of the training the mind. First, number one, the training the mind is what we're saying that you have to develop a lot of the positive concept. So have you heard the saying that love yourself, love yourself? Have you heard that saying? Huh? Have you heard that? So lots of times people will tell the love yourself, no? Actually, that is the very wrong statement. Don't say the love yourself. Okay? That is a very wrong statement. Why I'm saying the love yourself very wrong statement is that do you accept? Do you appreciate? Do you accept and do you appreciate who you are right now? Are you getting my point? Are you happy with who you are? Can you accept that right now the who you are? Or you want to be someone else? If you want to look like someone else, you want to reach such a state with someone else, that means that you cannot accept that right now the who you are. I always tell the people, you are the perfect as you are. Once you could not believe that you are perfect as you are, that means that you cannot love yourself at all. To love love yourself. First, you have to accept that you are who you are. You have to accept that you are the perfect as you are right now. Once you cannot accept it, you cannot love yourself. Because when you want to become like someone else, how can you love yourself? You are not loving yourself. You are loving that person who you want to be. Are you getting my point? So that's creating a lot of contradiction in the minds. Last time I was in the I used to go South Korea every year with the talk. One time, there is one really that's a very sad incident. One of the publishing company, I was talking with the publishing company and they are publishing one my book at the South Korea. That company, the publishing company told me that they worked so hard to publish my book in a very difficult time. So I told them what happened. The publishing company told me that the owner of the publishing company told me that his brother committed suicide 2 months back. He had to go through all those pain and still work on the Bible. Then I asked him why your brother committed suicide. And he told me because his brother committed suicide because of his sister-in-law committed suicide 2 years back, and he could not take that pain. Then I asked him, why your the sister-in-law committed suicide? 4 years back, their daughter committed suicide. All their family committed suicide. Moment, and I was so sad, shocked. I don't know what to tell. Then I told the only one thing what I can do is that I will write a one book saying the society of moderation. That I will do. So for that, then I meet with the organization in South Korea. Then the group, the organization, a very interesting organization. That organization or the group is those people whose family have committed suicide. So I meet with them to understand their families. So one thing, most of them, they will tell that they could not believe their husband committed suicide. They could not believe their wife is committed suicide. They look happy, smile all the time. Happy, smile. But one problem is there. They do not accept themselves. They cannot accept they are as perfect as they are. They could not accept it. They smile. They feel like they're happy. But deep down, they could not accept it. That is a problem. So that's why I tell them, love yourself is a very wrong statement. First thing is you accept. You are the perfect as you are. So that's why the Buddha say you are the perfect. You're born as a human. That itself is a great thing. You are achieving one of the biggest thing in the life. Achieving the human life is much far more better than the winning the $1 million lottery. This is not that simple. So you got my first mind training. Here in some first thing is you have to put some positive thoughts in your mind. Without any positive thought, you cannot see any positive. Once you cannot see the positive, you will not feel the positive. Even you smile, looks happy. If you go and any of the people whose family members and anyone committed suicide, ask them why they committed suicide. I don't think they have asked. They looks happy. When I meet with the group of the people who family has got committed suicide, everyone tells them, "Oh, my husband looks that I could not understand that how can he commit a suicide? Because he smiles, he comes to home, he goes away very happy." You got my point. So now, right now, the suicide is one of the global, the one the big problem, the issue. According to the WHO report, how many people are committing the suicide? Every 40 seconds, 1% of the population suicide. According to the World Health Organization, that means how many minutes I talk. I talk about 45 minutes. Now you see how many people commit the suicide. 45 minutes means how many? At least around 50 people. Huh? Yeah. So now my point is that that's why the first thing is that the mind training the positive thought. The first thing is that mind training is the two sides. You always have first you have to develop the positive thought, then you have to control the negative thought. Controlling the negative thought that we call meditation. Meditation means to teaches you how to control your negative thought. Another side is to develop the positive thought. Developing the positive thought and the meditation should go together. So that's why today I told you that the first the positive thought you have to develop. Now, what kind of the positive thought you do? First, you have to tell yourself you are the perfect as you are. I'm the perfect as I am. Okay? It doesn't mean that when I'm saying that you are the perfect, it doesn't mean that you looks like a superstar. Okay, you don't expect like that. But, no. Okay, you got it. So here now come the one problem. Why you cannot accept yourself and why you cannot accept, why you don't see yourself the perfect as you are. Why? Main reason. Main reason is that main reason is that cause of your competitive idea. You're competing with others all the time. Why you are having such a competitive idea? Because of the we call the ego. Everyone have that very strong ego. Let me tell you the one thing. Look into your cell phone and look at your favorite self photo in your cell phone. I'm sure you have your favorite self photo in your cell phone. Do you have? No? Do you have a? Yes or no? Huh? You have your favorite photo in your cell phone. No? Your self photos, favorite self photo in your cell phone. Do you have a? You have it. No? Now let me tell you the one thing. That your self photo, 50% it looks like you at all. It looks much younger than. It looks much more youthful than. It only looks like you 50%. It looks much better in that photo. But still you like it. That is totally false. You like that false. You like that lie. You accept that. And you feel like you looks like that. And in the reality, you don't look like it at all. So I used to tell a lot of time, "Look, that photo looks like me." It looks much. No dark circle. I think I have dark circle here. When I look at the mirror, I can see it. But in the photo, you don't see it. It shows the one thing very clear that because of that the ego, everyone looks nice. Everyone looks young because of your ego. Why? Because you're competing with them. Because you see the others better. You look at the others having the better than you. You're competing with them. Why you're competing with them? Because of the your ego. More you compete with the other, more you yourself. So that's why the competitive ideas are very high. So especially that's the one reason. So that's why the one reason that you cannot accept you are as perfect as you are. Always you feel there's something missing in you. I'm another perfect. I have to be like that. I have to look like that. I have to. You get my point. So because of the ego. So that's why the first thing is that the positive thought you have to train your mind to see that I'm the perfect as I. Okay, that is the first positive thought you have to develop. For that, what you have to do, for that, what you have to do is acceptance is a very important. Accept is that what you have to accept. You have to accept as that you are the so fortunate. You are the so fortunate. Tell yourself, I'm so fortunate I've achieved the human spirit. I'm so fortunate. Because as I told you that you have to tell yourself first you write down that homework, then the good things what you have. Tell yourself, I'm so fortunate. I have a good family. I'm so fortunate. I have a food. Whatever reason, that you have to repeat into your mind 10 times, 20 times. Repeating that. That in the psychologically it called the auto suggestion. Let me tell you the one example. When you look at the elephant, when you look at the elephant and if you just bind the elephant with a very thin rope, elephant will not try to break that rope at all. Why? Because the elephant will not break that rope at all. Because when the elephant is a small, they bind the elephant with a thick chain. Elephant will try their best to break the chain and think that the mind is like that. So that's why the when you go 3 days, then you will see the what makes the difference. Are you getting my point? Right now, always you tell yourself that I don't look nice. I don't look nice. I should look like that. You're thinking that. I don't look good. So I have to use this cream. That all the companies, I mean, all the companies, they just tell you you're not perfect. You don't look nice. You have to buy this product, then it will become the good. You get my point. This is the all these big corporations. I'm not against of this corporation, but they will play with your mind all the time. So last time we had one very big seminar in India, top scientists, top I mean the Google's, the AI engineering, they all came. They asked me the one question about the future of the AI. What will happen? They told the AI comes, a lot of people lose the job. They all you I worry about that. I told I don't worry about it. Only I worry about that how this big corporation, how they use the AI, how they manipulate the AI. That I'm these big corporations. AI is just a product. Who owns the AI? These corporations own this AI. This corporation, if they focus only on the profit, then all lots of people will lose. So that's why the what I'm trying to tell you that these I mean the big corporations will tell you that you're not a perfect. Apple company will tell you that you are not perfect and you will not have a good life if you don't have the Apple. Samsung will tell me exactly the same. If you don't have the Samsung, you have nothing. This car company will counter. If you don't have this car, then your life has no value at all. Who will respect? You get my point? Then you will be, oh, I should have this phone. I should have this car. Then you will fall into that trap. You get my point. So that's why what I'm saying, these people, let me tell you the one very interesting thing about it. Have you just tried the one thing? Yeah. Yeah. When you book the Uber, do you book the Uber? Just use the two different cell phone. Okay, one cell phone with the full battery, one cell phone with the only very last battery, only like a 5% battery. Okay? Then you book the Uber car from the same destination. Okay, from this same pickup point to the same destination. Price won't be the same. Have you noticed that? Price won't be the same. When your batteries are low, price will show higher. Because they know that trick. You are in the when your battery is low, you will get scared. If you not book it right now, my battery will run out. Price will show. It's very interesting research. Because the big corporation, they know that how the humans are thinking. So they take the profit from it. I'm not taking the profit of it. I'm trying to save the people. These are negative emotions and thoughts, okay? So you just do that yourself. That what I experienced with my student really, that time I noticed that because we have to book the tour car. My family and we are going to tour that I'm in India. So then my student, when he booked, his prices comes very higher. That time I thought maybe, oh, very interesting. Maybe I have a more Buddha blessing. I didn't know that. So these batteries are low. That time I thought that. Later I find that the research showed that when the battery is low, price will be higher. But the thing is that when you get scared and fear, they take that advantage of this. So same thing, when you feel that they will let you feel that you are not a perfect, not having this product, your life won't be the perfect if you don't buy this product. So they will every time they will show you something that you're missing in your life. You got my point. So in the reality, you are missing nothing in your life. If you can develop this kind of the thought, positive thought, that will then it will make the big changes. So that's why that today what you have to do, found all the good things what you have and tell yourself that I'm so fortunate because I'm having this. I'm so fortunate. Tell yourself again and again. When you have it, there's one very famous story. One student came to see the master and they told the master that can we meditate together. Master say yes, we can meditate together. When you're meditating together, student asked the master, how do I look when I meditate? Master told him, you look like a Buddha. Then the master asked the student that, how do I look when I meditate? Student told the master, I want to be the very honest. Master, you look like a garbage. Who pile up the garbage? Master smiled. The student went back to home and he feels so proud. And they told his wife, do you know that? Today, when I was meditating from the master, master told me I look like a Buddha. When the master meditated in front of me, it really looks so ugly, like a garbage, full of the garbage, very disgusting. So his wife laughed and they told him that when you are meditating, Master saw you as the Buddha because Master mind is full of Buddha. You see the Master as a garbage because your mind is full of garbage. This is exactly happening with you. What you when you have a lot of negative thoughts in your mind, you will only see negative. When you have a lot of positive thoughts, you will see everything positive. So that's why you know the one thing. Then that's why you know the such a place. They say that when the restaurant, you know the ways the restaurant food is most of the restaurant where the restaurant which restaurant have a horrible foods, which kind of the restaurant having the food not that best. They are saying that the restaurant nearby the destination where the couple they feel so nice, they don't complain. So that's what I'm trying to say is that you're mentally, when you're so happy, everything looks so nice. When you're mentally, you have the lot of positive things, everything you will see so positive. So that's why the mind training, you talk of developing a positive thought. That's why the first thing is to tell yourself that I'm so fortunate because of this. You got it? That is a number one. Number two positive thought is that you have to tell the positive thought. The Buddha say that impermanent. Have you heard that term? Impermanent. Impermanent is saying that all the problems not remain forever. Okay, whatever challenge you come, it will not remain forever. It will go away. It is impermanent. Tell yourself again and again. Whatever the challenge comes in your life, you will think that the wow, I cannot escape from it. I cannot overcome it. That is the first reaction to the all the challenges. Wow, I have to go through it. This that is the first your reaction when you see the challenges. Then you have to tell these all challenges, problems are impermanent, not remain the forever, not remain forever. It will not last ever. It will not. Okay, so that's why the so that is how you have to train your mind. You got it? There's the two things that you have to do. Okay. And the next day after tomorrow, I'll talk about the meditation, how you control the negative thoughts. Okay. Today I give you the few homeworks to do. Okay, you do that, then let me know. Okay. 10 minutes, write all the thoughts comes into your mind. Yeah. Two times if you're free two times you do that. Okay. 10 minutes, very simple. Just sit there and close your eye. Whatever, turn off the cell phone. Okay. Whatever thought come, let it come. Okay. If you think too much of the future, that means that your anxiety level is quite high. If you think too much of the past, that means that you have the very deep down, you have the lot of that is sadness. Okay, deep down, you're having the lot of the sadness of the bad memory. So there's a very nice saying: when you feel sad, you're living in past. When you feel anxiety, you're living in future. When you feel peace, you're living in the present. So that's why now you see that, okay, that time that your mental state, how. So that's why you feel like you are perfect. As I told you before, lots of people who commit a suicide, they look smart, they play quite joyful. But the deep down, there's a problem is it deep down, which is not treated. So that's why the same thing, sometimes that you might have some of the mentals, the disorders, or some like a mentals of sickness. So this is the today what I'm going to teach, and this also to identifying that. Okay, like your sickness. Okay, are you getting my point? So one thing you should know that always I tell the one thing that whatever I give the teaching at least try for the 6 months or the few weeks or try it. If you feel very helpful, carry on. If you feel it's not helping, forget it. So that is, I always tell that, and as I told you, that my main focus of the teaching, I really want to bring some of the benefits to the people. That's my main purpose of the teaching. Okay. So okay, so first, this is things like today is not like a Dharma teaching. Today, like a thing like little bit more like a more like a to bring to you the more joy and the peace in your life. Okay, bring the methods you're learning the such a methods. Okay, so you difference between the method and the religion, you should know the one thing. Buddhism is always Buddha talk about the methods. Method is you don't have to believe it, you have to try it. Religion is the well, immediately you have to believe. Religion comes to you, the faith is the most important. Method, trying is most important. So Buddhism is a more like a way of the living, or it teaches a lot of the different methods to overcome the mentals and the mental the unhappiness and mental the challenges. Okay, so it's more like that. So today, what I teach you to try it for. Okay, try it for the 2 days and see how it makes the difference. Okay, if you feel really, it will really help, then at least try for the months. Okay, if you feel like it's not helping, stop that. Okay. So this is today I just cover of the developing the positive thought, and the day after tomorrow I teach about or talk about meditation, so how to you control your negative emotion. Okay. Now I will leave for the some like a 20 minutes for the question answer session. If you have any question, and the people who are the online, if you have any question, you can ask the question.
This type of question. For you know, if you have any question, you can next. Any question?
I have a question.
Okay.
Rinpoche, you mentioned that you can use impermanence to think about when bad things or bad situations will come to an end. But what if impermanence also creates sadness in that good times will come to an end or your happiness will come to an end?
Okay. Uh, okay, things like that. Okay. I always tell the people that when you're so happy, when you're so
Totally.
okay, get rid of the self ego. There's a few ways of getting the self ego. People can. So number one to get rid of the ego. Okay, this can. So number one to get rid of the ego. Okay, this is you were trying to look. How do you look at that photo? If you look nice, then you will keep that good photo. If you don't look nice, even your partners or the husband, wife, everyone looks nice, you will delete that photo. You will do that because why you are doing it? Because mainly because it's an ego. You cannot accept it. You have to look nice all the time. In that group photo, you don't look nice. You cannot accept it. That's why they are deleting it. Because you have to look nice. Your friends and everyone don't look at it, don't bother you at all. Most important thing is that you are the most. You have to look nice. You have to look young. You have to look perfect. That is it. That is the ego, and everyone have that ego very strong. That ego is very strong, and now you are talking about a get rid of the ego. It is not that simple. You have developed the ego, very strong ego. Let me tell you the one example. Just take as a story, okay? They are the three prisoners. They are talking about who came first to the prison. And the first prisoner told that when he came to the prison, there is a no, the road nearby the prison. Only that time, when he came the first on the prison, they have to horse, the cart and the bull cart, no? Bull cart and the horse chariot will move. Car cannot go nearby the prison when he come the first time. Second prisoner told that when I come to the first time in the prison, even the bull cart cannot come past here. People have to ride the horse and they have to ride the horse and come. Then the third prisoner told, when I come first time to the prison, third prisoner told that when I'm in the prison, I never saw the horse. I never saw a horse. I never saw the horse guy. I never saw the dog. Was third prisoner trying to tell that he is the most senior prisoner. Based on that, he's building up the ego. Because of his building up the ego, based on the being of the most senior prisoner. Sometimes ego, when ego, you build up the ego based on the very stupid things. So this is the how you build up the ego in the many different ways. So you're building up the ego. Now you're talking of the get rid of the ego. First thing is that I will tell you not to get rid of the ego. When you try to get rid of the ego, first thing is that what you not think to get rid of the ego. First thing is to understand the ego. Without understanding the ego, you cannot get rid of the ego at all. First thing is understanding is very important. What is the ego? That you have to understand. Second thing is that you have to understand the function of the ego. Then only possibilities comes to the get rid of the ego. Understanding is the most important. So that's why the question should start from how to understand the ego, how to understand the function of the ego. That is the. So if you want to that maybe that it comes to the meditation section. I will talk after tomorrow the meditation how you can reduce the ego. Okay, first. Okay, okay.
Any questions? One more question. One more question from the online audience. In order to maintain our daily life, daily living environment, we are often forced to kill beings such as ants, spider, and etc. As a monastic who uphold the precept of non-killing, is the bad karma monastic create by killing living beings several times worse than that of the lay person?
Okay, killing the
monastic killing insect or
okay.
their life.
And what is the last point I couldn't get over?
Is that is the bad karma monastic create by killing living beings several times worse than that of the lay person? It's comparative
Comparison between
the monastic killing and insect.
what does the monastic killing?
So layperson also kill during the
And the monks killing.
monks, yeah. Who will get that kind of what?
Okay, things like that, okay?
One uphold the precept, one does not.
Sorry,
One uphold the precept. So monastic they have to maintain the precept.
a monastic, I don't understand the feeling means by the monastic killing, isn't it? Monastic killing is the monks are killing or something. They're talking about a
It's like a day-to-day
whichever-
life.
Huh?
Day-to-day life when they clean the toilet or something. They use some kind of
I say cleaning,
cleaning
and when you kill the,
ants or some
okay, monastic killing and cleaning, huh?
cleaning.
Okay, okay. When you do the monastic cleanings and when you kill the insect, then it's a bad karma.
Karma or not.
First thing is you should know the one thing, okay? Karma comes to the killing. Oh, okay. Things like that. Okay. Normally, I always tell the people the one thing, like a killing, stealing, all the bad karma. Oh. And we say that. Then I always tell the people the one thing, like a stealing. Oh. They say the bad karma. You all knows that, no stealing. If you steal the little money, what happens? You will suffer. Police will get and caught you and they put you in prison. Small things, don't you steal? Then I told the people that when you want to do the stealing, don't steal something small things. Just steal the big thing. Just steal the country. You will become the king. You will enjoy more. Just don't steal small things. If you want to steal the big thing. Whole country, steal it. Up till now, if you look at all these great rulers, they steal the whole the country. You got my point? So that's why I tell the people that even like alcohol, if you drink the alcohol, whether if you don't drink the alcohol, even if you don't drink the one sip of the alcohol, if you go and drink the alcohol, you just drink the 3-4 bottles of the alcohol. Should not come to the middle way, is not good. Whether you don't steal the one penny. If you still go to steal the whole country and the nation full you have to steal, then you will become the king. So now you're talking about the killing the bad karmas, the killing about the killing. When you talk about a killing, one thing here you have to understand the killing. No? When you're saying that when you kill or not to kill, here don't look at the bad karma at all. When you look at the killing, always you have to know the one thing that when you kill, how does the others feel? That is the point. Look, example. Okay, let me tell you the one example, like a killing like an insect. Okay, killing. One time in the monastery, in the Nepal monastery, morning I use the bathroom. Then when I'm going to flush the bathroom, instant I saw the small insect in my throat. If I flush, I know that insect will not. If I take it, it's a really little bit of that, not that easy. So what I choose is I took out the insect. It's not that easy, but I took out the insect. Still, I'm so happy that I saved the one life of the insect. If I flush that time, I will not have that happiness right now. Still, when I think back that incident, so many times, I'm so happy that I feel that I saved the one insect life. So that's why when you are saying that a killing, always have to look at how it feels. Even it's a small, even it's a very small, you feel the small, saving the life of the insect. For the insect, it's a very big thing. So that's why there is one person, he is walking side of the seashore. Seashore and there is a ocean waves comes and it throws the hundred of the fish on the seaside, on the shore, on the beach. These are oceans, the waves throwing the hundred of the fishes on the beach, and lots of fish are dying. So one man went and he threw the fish back to the ocean. One man he went and throwing the fish back for the ocean, and the one stranger came and laughed and told him that you are throwing the how many fish you can throw. It doesn't make any difference. After the hours later, one big wave will come and the ocean wave will come. It will throw again the hundred of the fish. It doesn't make any difference. It won't make any big difference. That the person laughed and to catch the one fish and they told him that it will make the big difference for this fish and then throw it back. This is a big deal. When you look at any of the insect, when you see it, it makes the big difference for that. You can think that Not think the bad karma. When you're thinking the bad karma, who will think the bad karma? Because when you think the bad karma, you are becoming the more like a selfish. Because of the bad karma, I will suffer. Because that we in the Buddhism term we call that the self-cherishing attitude or self-attachment. Because you think the bad karma, because of the bad karma, I will suffer. Don't think that. Think that, if I don't kill, if I sing, it will benefit from that insect. Think that. You get it? So that's why thinking that now the second thing is about the bad karma that whether when you that let me tell you the one thing in my Nepal monastery. I'm not so sure that here people there's a one called the disease called the dengue. It's spread by the mosquito. America, I don't think that you have dengue.
I heard.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then it's spread by the mosquito. So in my Nepal monastery, all the staffs, they say, oh, tell them go. They is a not like this is not the one you kill or not kill, some like an insect. They is a not like this is not the one you kill or not kill, some like an insect. Even when you kill mosquito, there's a sometimes you kill the mosquito, also you will suffer. Buddhism point of view, also you will suffer. Not to kill, also you will suffer. But you have to choose one. Only the this time when you like a kill the mosquito, not to kill the mosquito, it's only you have the two choice. Bad choice and the worst choice. There's no good choice. But I choose the bad one, not the worst. Like when you come look at your home, I think you have a children. They're the mosquitoes. If you not kill them, it may spread the disease. If you kill, as a bad karma, create a bad, also bad karma. Now only you have the two choice, bad choice and the worst choice. You have to choose one. So I always choose the bad choice. Not killing is a bad choice. Killing is a worst choice. You cannot have a good choice in this like this situation. There's no good choice in at all. So that is a life. Sometimes in the life you have to make like this choices. Okay. So master, whoever tells you not to kill the mosquito, not to tell the mosquito, I always tell the master who tell the mosquito all the karma. First, look at that master. He really don't kill himself or not. If he really don't kill the mosquito, then he can tell the other. They are the lot of master. They don't practice the what they teach. They will just tell not to kill. Bad karma. Very easily they can tell. So what I'm telling them, my story is that I didn't kill at all. Even my mosquito. Even I put myself in the dangerous situation. My staff, my old monks in the dangerous situation, I put them. I know that is a bad choice, but I don't want to make choice that the worst choice. Only I have the two choice, bad and the worst choice. Yeah, that's the you should know. Okay. Yeah.
So what last question?
I have a follow-up. If nobody else has a question. Ricochet, so in the United States, I don't know if in other countries, when our pets get old and elderly, many people, put them to sleep or basically kill them because so they don't suffer. So it's out of compassion that they kill. What do you recommend for our pets? Do you think not to kill or
I think this the one time I had this class in America class. I think the young class or the junior class. I don't remember. Again, like us, they only have the two choice: bad choice and the worst choice. When you kill, that is a worst choice. My case is I will not let the bad to sleep. I will try because I know that they are suffering, but I will try my best to recite the mantra, let them hear the mantra, to at least they can born in the better life, the next life. This life, now we cannot do anything. Now only what we can do is let them born in the better order. That we can try that. If you put in the sleep, you lose this opportunity. So that's why the only two choice, bad and the worst choice. So don't choose the putting that is a sleep is a worst choice. Letting them suffer might be the bad choice. But comparing between the bad choice and the worst choice, you always have to choose that the bad choice. Okay. Yeah.
What kind of mantra would you say?
Any mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum mantra, or any mantra you can recite and pray. Pray, and whenever you're the dog, you're trying to talk with the dog like a human to human. Now pray for the Buddha and the thing to get a better life. Like us, talk with the dog. Whether dog will understand or not, that is not a question. Question is that you are trying your best to the dog to get the better rebirth. That's what you can do. That's what you have to do. Because what makes the difference? You just giving the food, just taking the care of the dog, that's a good. As you can do the something better than that to the your pet is the to help them to get a better rebirth. That the better things you have to do to it. Especially when they are having the some like a dogs and they're going the very bad, I mean, going through the very bad time, especially like when they're having the very old and incurable disease they are having. So that's the how you have to do that. One my student, she told me the one thing. Oh, that dog died. After 49 days later, she went to the pet shop and to buy the newly born baby. And especially what she did is that look at all the newly born babies, dog babies, and puppies. No, you call them newly born puppies. And what she did is she called the name of the her dog which passed away 49 days back. Then one puppy showed a very interesting reaction. Then she told me that she recognized that puppy as a reincarnation of the whole family. So she believed that. And she feels so happy that her dog is back. Whether it's a reincarnation or not, that's a totally different question. But at least that can ease her mind. She will feel very happy, double happy, thinking that she got the whole reincarnation of her dog. That is how we think. Sometimes in the life, a lot of the things that sometimes that we can change through the way how we think. So when we can change the how we look at the things and the way we change our way of the thinking, a lot of things can be changed. So that's why the couple of the years back in the Oregon, that's in Oregon, one old man, he told me that he was studying the Buddhism now. He was not in such in the environment, they're not practicing the Buddhism, but now he is learning the Buddhism. And he really very interested in practicing. Then I asked him why you come to the Buddhism. He told me very interesting. He told me that his wife is having incurable disease. Maximum she can live 3 months. Now only he is hoping that to meet his wife in the next life. He's talking to his wife and we born again in the next life or one period. Whether they will meet or not, that is not a big thing. But that positive thought, at least he will suffering the less in this 3 months. Just look at your partner, your close family who is going to die within 3 months. How you will deal with that situation? How you will deal? How you will deal? Lots of people cannot deal and they go for the drugs and the alcohol because they cannot deal with that situation. So that's why when they think they will meet again in the next life, who hope, that wish can come over that difficult. Whether they can meet or not, that's a totally different question. Here the problem is not a meeting. Here the problem is how you deal with that pain. Thinking of the losing the someone close one. This is very painful. How you deal with that pain. So that's why that's why when the reincarnation of these ideas, no? Rebirth and this idea. Whether it's really the reincarnation exists or not exists is one question. Thinking that it can help you a lot. Now you will ask me the rebirth and reincarnation exists or not exists. I will suggest you want to read that book. The book was written by the Ian Stevenson. He is a scientist and he did a very good research. The book name is Children Who Remember Their Past Life. He did the research. And a very interesting research. He went to see that about the reincarnation. And they talked about the children. They went to the interview. A lot of children didn't remember. My mother, at the last thing, my mother used to tell me that when I was a kid, I used to talk about my past life. And I always tell the one thing, I was so lucky that I was born into such a family who believes in the past life and the reincarnation. If my parents don't believe that, definitely they will take me to the doctor, psychiatrist, and they will put me under the very heavy medications and they will start to give me a lot of tablets. And I used to tell them. Anyway, thank you so much. Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.